Welcome to Strictly English, the only company that specializes exclusively in customized TOEFL tutoring. How can I help you?
I need to improve my TOEFL.
Okay. That's what we are here for. What score do you need?
A 105.
And have you taken a TOEFL before?
Yes, 7 times.
Well, with our help, your next TOEFL will be your last. What score did you get on your most recent TOEFL?
I got an 85.
That's not a bad start. What were the scores for each section?
Reading was a 22. Listening a 28. Speaking was only a 15. And I got a 20 on my writing.
Do you remember the sub-scores for the speaking and writing?
Yes. I got a fair on both of my essays. But on speaking I got a limited for speaking about familiar topics, and I got a fair on the other 2 sections.
Those speaking sub-scores suggest that you have trouble with generating original content. We can help you with that.
Good. Because I get so nervous on tasks 1 and 2. Once I'm nervous, I cannot think of anything to say.
We have many good strategies to help you with that.
I'm happy to hear that. How long does it take to learn them?
Well, we have a 3-step approach. First, you learn the strategies. Then you practice them with a tutor. Finally, we clean up your grammar. You can learn the strategies very quickly, but the real work comes in practicing them to get it right.
Do I always work with a live online tutor?
Oh yes. All your online tutoring is with a real person. You never have automated classes.
That's important. I went to another school and most of their information was given through videos and written presentations. It wasn't very good because I couldn't ask anyone a question.
Well, do not worry. You will always be with a real person for all your classes. In fact, we also have a tutoring supervisor who meets you periodically and evaluates your progress. That's why we say, while other schools only give you a tutor, Strictly English gives you a team.
Wonderful. How much will it cost?
That depends on the amount you need to improve, and the amount of time you have. You already told me that you want to go from an 85 to a 105. That is a 20-point increase. How long do you have before your TOEFL deadline?
About 4 months.
Perfect. We often have students who only have 2 or 3 weeks, and this makes it much harder to improve. The more time you give yourself to study, the better your chances of improvement become. Now you want a 105, which means that you need about 27 points on each section of the test. So your listening score of 28 is all set. You got a 22 on your reading, so you have to improve about 5 points. That means you should take our 8-hour course called The Complete Strategies for Reading.
Okay. And what about my writing and speaking?
Well, the good news is that many of our writing strategies also apply to the speaking. So if we begin with the writing, you will be able to use many of the same strategies when you begin the speaking. This will reduce the amount of time you have to spend on the speaking course. So your writing has to go up 7 points. Therefore, we'd suggest our 14-hour program called the Complete Strategies Plus Language for Writing. That will give you 7 hours for the integrated essay and 7 hours for the independent essay.
Are you sure 7 hours for each essay will be enough time? They are really hard to write.
I think so. Our writing program is very efficient. And if you need a couple extra hours later, you can buy them if you need them. We don't want people to buy more than they need. We'll worry about more hours only if we both agree you need a little more help.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So many other tutoring companies try to make you buy as many hours as possible. But I'm glad I can start small and add more if I need them.
You are welcome. So your speaking is very low, and usually we would suggest that you take our 18-hour program. But since you will have learned a lot from the writing program, I suggest that you only take the 14-hour program for the speaking.
Sounds good. So that's 14 hours of speaking, 14 hours of writing, and 8 hours of reading. 38 hours total. And since I have 12 weeks to study, that will be only about 3 hours of tutoring a week. That's perfect. But I have a job during the day. Can I take classes before or after work?
Definitely. Our classes begin at 7 a.m. and go until 11 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can also do weekends. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays and 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Sundays.
Wow. That's fantastic. Do you take credit cards?
Yes, we do. And welcome to Strictly English.